Hello and welcome to Gaming Chat, the podcast where we invite members of the gaming community and industry to join us to play some of their favourite games on Nintendo platforms, whilst telling us about themselves and why they enjoy these games so much. I am your host Mike, and joining me today is best friend of the show, Pete Beckett of Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast. So Pete, over to you.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining me, buddy.
Again.
Now he's very, very shy, hence why he hasn't got the camera on. Not that he's shy for his own podcast; it's basically he hasn't got a compatible camera for.
Yeah, I won't pay Nintendo any more money to have the privilege.
To be fair, I don't blame you, especially when they say, "Oh, compatible cameras," and it's like, "Oh yeah, but this isn't, and this isn't, and that isn't."
Yeah.
It's basically, "Oh, you mean so yours, Hori's, and that's about it."
And Google Pixel phones, not any other Android device. It's really nice, isn't it?
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, nice new update that they had. It's like, yeah, okay, I've got an Android phone. That'd be quite nice to use, but nah, this is Nintendo.
I mean, they could have made it part of the Nintendo Switch app for the Android phone, couldn't they? Oh, use your phone as a webcam.
That forgotten app that nobody cares about.
Yes, what, the My Nintendo Store?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So you got the My Nintendo Store, Nintendo Today, the Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo Music, going for all the apps. When are we getting a Nintendo phone? The Nintendo phone?
Oh, God, don't, because Sony already tried that before and it went disastrously wrong.
So then they just gave it to Ericsson the reins, did they? Sony Ericsson. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Now, both of us have played the game for a little bit, and we want to share our initial thoughts. So, Pete, let's start with you.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about your familiarity with the series as a whole, your experience with this game before it released. I mean, we've obviously covered it here on the show before, but, you know, just to give a bit of a background to it.
Yeah, so I am not really much of a massive Metroid fan. I've played games in the past. The Metroidvania series is not a particular love of mine, as is. When it comes to the Metroid Prime games, I played 1 and I played 2 back in the day, many, many years ago, because I'm old. But haven't really played it since. So the only other time that I have played it was obviously playing the demo for this at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience earlier on this year. And that was all. So yeah, not the most familiar with the series, let's say, but I know enough to get me through a conversation.
Okay, so you've been playing the game for the last couple of days now since recording this video. I mean, the game released on, was it December 4th, 5th?
Yeah.
And so we've only had a few days to actually really play it. Obviously, there is a review inbound at some points.
Yes.
And we will obviously we'll be reviewing the game and, you know, giving our full thoughts then. But we want to do like an initial thoughts at the moment, because this game had been in development hell for such a long time, to the point
8
where
8 years.
8 years too long. To the point.
Well, some might say that it might have needed another 8 years, but that's not for me to decide.
So, as you can see, for example, I'm in the desert area and I'm riding around on Viola, and down in the bottom right of the screen you can see Pete is in another area playing the more first person portion of the game, and obviously when you're on the bike it goes into third person. Oh, we're going to go here. I think this is probably
or when
where
you go into the
are.
morph ball like so, you can go third person sometimes as well.
Yes. So when you go into ball mode, you become third person. Oh, I'm stuck in the middle of somewhere. How am I supposed to get up there? I'm somewhere relatively somewhat interesting. Shutter block and a maintenance conduit. It appears to be fully operational. A surge of electricity will cause it to activate. Okay, which I don't have. So I need an electro shot at some point. So basically, for anyone who's unfamiliar with the series, it is what Nintendo call an first-person action adventure game. It's not really a first-person shooter because, I mean, there are shooty bang bang bits in it, but it's more focused on exploration and dealing with the occasional enemies.
Yeah, I mean, the series itself has been synonymous with isolationism, exploration, and alien planets and alien species.
Yes. And having to scan absolutely every single bioorganism and machinery and God knows what that you come into contact with.
Yes, because you can gain 100% completion on this game by scanning everything.
Yes. And if you do that, once you've got 100% completion, you can then watch a cutscene, which you can actually get if you scan a certain amiibo as well. So,
yeah. Yes, but there's also the rumor going around that you can also get music behind a certain amiibo that you can scan for £25.
And that would be this one in
music
question.
in the desert. Yeah, the open world section has music in it when you scan the amiibo.
Yeah, go figure. Doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah, a bit
I'm
strange,
not a
that
huge
one.
fan of locking that kind of content just behind the amiibo. I mean, if they had it so, yeah, you could unlock it easier with the amiibo, but you could still get it in game, which they've done with like a number of things in other games. Fine,
Yeah.
fair enough, but no, it's a bit of a foul play, Nintendo.
Foul play, I would say I would say if this was any other company, people would be absolutely furious about it. Imagine if this was EA doing it.
I mean, EA do technically do it, just not with amiibo.
Yes, they do, but like I said, imagine if EA actually did this properly, and yeah, or Ubisoft or Microsoft. Oh wait, they all do something similar. Doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't, to be fair.
No, I think it's quite disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I was not a fan when I saw that happen, like kicking off on the internet the other day.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of nickel and diming your fans in any way, shape, or form. But hey, look.
They make nice little mantelpieces because once you've scanned them once, that's pretty much all they become.
Yeah, pretty much.
Says the guy who's got over 100 of them now.
I mean, I've got more than enough. I can't say that I'm, like you.
No.
But yeah, I've got enough.
We got more than enough.
Yeah,
and yet
sure.
we still keep picking up more. It's like there's the Kirby Air Riders amiibo as well, and a friend of mine bought one for me for my birthday. So thank you very much for that,
nice.
Adam. Because I was like on the fence of whether to pick them up or not, because like, oh, it's another amiibo, what's it? Do I really need more amiibos? Am I going to use it or whatever? And it does look pretty cool. I won't get it out because I'll get that out for another video. But yeah, it's like more things I don't really need, but I do really like.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't need the Mario Galaxy one, but I was like, well, I haven't got a Rosalina yet, so I need to get that one.
Of course, and that does look absolutely amazing.
It does,
really come a long way, the amiibo.
I mean, but for £25, considering they used to be like £11, £12 when they first released, it was like,
yes.
Oh, it's a little bit savage pricing.
Yeah, it's not good. It really is not good. The price that they're going for now. I mean, I think these are like $19.99, or the one on the bike I think is probably about $24.99, something like that. That's in euros, obviously, if anybody's listening. I mean, for pounds it'd probably be a little bit cheaper, but not that much far off.
No, thanks for screwing the pound over. It's fantastic.
Isn't it? I mean that's for another day. That is.
That's for the political podcast.
Yeah, which we're almost becoming, because
basically,
I've been sent a couple of products to review for the website for MyNintendo64.com, And of course, they arrive at the house, and then it's like, oh yeah, you have to pay customs fee. So, sorry, what? Yeah, you have to pay a customs fee, and on top of it, they want like £6 or something for it, which obviously, you know, is still not loads of money, but that got sent to me. Then something else got sent to me, which I also had to pay, and then something else got sent to me that I had to pay, and then it's like trying to justify it. And it's like, well, it's coming to the point where I might as well just buy these things myself. But I've got in touch with the company, and they're cool. They're going to reimburse me the money and everything. So
that's all right at least then.
So, but anyway, we're coming way off topic. We're here to talk about Metroid
Possibly
Prime
a
4.
little bit.
Just a little bit off topic. So, here we are. We're playing Metroid Prime 4. And so far what I've played of it, I am really liking. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The game is probably one of the best looking games on Nintendo Switch 2.
By a country mile.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I've still yet to play it on the Nintendo Switch 1, but I don't think there's going to... Well, there's obviously going to be a huge leap in quality, but if you're playing it on like handheld mode, or if you're playing it on like a 1080p TV anyway, it's probably not, you know, terrible, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Yeah. I mean, so I've been mostly playing this on a 4K TV, and I've had the quality mode on.
Yeah.
And 4K 60 is absolutely impressive as all hell. The fact that it's achievable on a Switch 2, I am absolutely astonished.
Yes.
It is a decent bit of kit, the Switch 2, let's say, but it is somewhat a little bit more underpowered than obviously the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and modern PCs.
Yeah.
Some graphics cards, let's say. But the fact that this is like achieving 4K 60 and no other system seems to really be able to pull that off at the moment is an impressive feat by Retro Studios.
Well, yeah, because they not really developed much since whatever the last game that they worked on. To be fair, it was Donkey Kong. Well, maybe not Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I think there was one a little bit later than that, wasn't there? But
no, I think they did Tropical Freeze, and then they had a game that they were doing for a long while, but then it got cancelled because they then got put onto this after Bandai Namco sort of pooped the bed.
Yes. Well, this is the thing, because I was talking about this with my friend Adam of the Elite Institute.
Yeah.
And we was talking about, you know, Metroid Prime, and then it was like, it's a really, really weird thing, because the Bandai Namco, the studio that was working on it, was Bandai Namco Singapore.
Oh,
which
yes, and
Nintendo had just
acquired.
Recently acquired. And it's like, okay, so they didn't trust them with Metroid, but they're going to buy them anyway. And then I looked into it, and they worked on Kirby Air Riders, and what was one of the other games that they worked? They worked on a couple of other games for Nintendo as well. Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap.
They've been a support studio for a good long while, haven't they?
Yes. And it's like, maybe it was just because of the game itself and how they wanted to come out, and then it's like, no, just give it to Retro. Let it be their problem or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird though, because Retro just weren't interested in making Metroid Prime 4, and then lo and behold, they ended up getting Metroid Prime 4 because I don't know, because reasons.
Well, money. They haven't been creating any games since, so it had to be done at some point.
Yeah, true, but it's also a bit weird, obviously, that they were working on a game for a good number of years, and then lo and behold, like, that's it. They're now just working on this because, well, we need you to pull us out of a funk.
Well, yeah, this needs to happen. There's people asking for years for, hey, Metroid Prime 4 when? Metroid Prime 4 when? Because we had it on the Wii, and then there was nothing on the Wii U.
Well, yeah, they had Metroid Prime 3 on the Wii, didn't they? But they also had the they released Metroid Prime 1 and 2 like as a trilogy, 1, 2, and 3 as a trilogy pack, didn't they?
They did, yes.
Which is stupidly expensive now on the Wii, by the way.
And yet, if you want to play like these games, I mean, with the exception of Metroid Prime Remastered, because obviously it did get remastered,
Yeah.
and we're still waiting on the other games to come out at some point. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Not yet. I mean, Prime 2 might come onto the GameCube at some point, but seems unlikely.
I mean, I suppose I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because obviously Prime and Prime 2 came out on the GameCube originally, and then Corruption came out on the Wii, and there's no Wii Nintendo Switch Online yet. It's only up to GameCube, so I don't know whether they
I'm not really too sure about that, but hey, it is what it is. It's fine.
It is.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the game anyway?
I mean, from what I've played so far, I mean, I do have a couple of little things which we will get into. So, I mean, obviously, this going around scanning absolutely everything. If I only had to like do it once, that's fine. But sometimes it's like you'll get something like what's on my screen right now, which you'd have to scan. Fine, fair enough. And then because you've gone and done something elsewhere, come back, it starts moving. Now you have to scan it again. It's like, did I not scan that before? And also the fact if you missed like a boss or something, which I have done, and it's like, I hope I get to scan that again at least at some point, because otherwise I won't be able to 100% the game. That's going to really knock me off.
Oh yeah, that would absolutely annoy the hell out of me if I was going for a completionist run.
Yes.
But I'm not really going for that. I'm just going to play the game.
Yeah. I do like the introduction of this like psychic power-ups, whatever they're trying to go with this. I get kind of BioShock vibes.
Yeah, some said it, some say that it probably plays more similarly to like a Halo game or something than normal, but I'm not sure I'm seeing it. I don't remember a Halo game where I had to scan every piece of environment.
No, you had Cortana to do that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if it was like to scan enemies and things, and you think, okay, yeah, to scan enemies and whatnot, yeah, fine, find out what their weak points are and stuff like that. That sounds great to me. But like scanning some kind of instruments, because you want them to work, and the only way that you can do that is to scan them and find like whatever the passcode is or whatever to activate them. Fine, yeah, that I can get behind that as well.
Yeah, I can.
But like scanning a mechanical arm and then scan it again because now it's moving, and that just seemed, I don't know.
Yeah, like, it's a bit much.
Yeah, it's like no one's really got the time for that, because the others, obviously, the whole point of the game is to be exploring. Fine, but it's not really to be scanning absolutely every single thing that's on the screen. That just takes away. It's tedious. It does get tedious. I agree.
And there is no way I'm going for completionist run by scanning everything. There's not a chance.
No, that's why I have the amiibo.
I have too little time as is anyway to play other games.
Ain't nobody got time for that, unfortunately.
Well, there are some people, but they're called professional.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't blame them. They're proper hardcore fans who have been waiting, and it's understandable. They've been waiting nigh on a decade to be able to play this game, so they're going to want to get the absolute most out of it that they can. Unfortunately, for the likes of like you and myself, where we review games. We don't. We review games for fun because we don't get paid for it.
I mean, if someone wants to give me a job, then yeah, sure.
Yes, please, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll happily do it. We'll take peanuts. Oh no, wait, I'm allergic to peanuts. No, I'm not. Kidding.
That was bad even by your own standards.
But I can get worse. Don't worry.
I know you can.
Why is that green? Was that a green light for some reason? Okay, hold on. Upgrade required. Oh, okay.
I am trying to figure out this puzzle and I can't work out what the heck is going on. This is great. great podcasting.
Oh yeah, not being able to figure out where we are actually supposed to be going or what we're doing, which is one of the beauties of the game. I mean, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, really. You're like, okay, so you're free to explore relatively once you get out of the first main area and whatnot, and then you're forced to go to one particular place. But then after that, it's like, well, now you can go to everywhere else in whichever way you want to. It's like, okay, fine.
Oh no.
Where do you want to go?
No. I have big issues with that, and you have not even come up to that point yet.
No, probably not.
So
right, hold on,
you,
1 second.
There is
for people who are listening, for whoever is listening, spoilers may be ahead. We are talking mid-game, not end-game stuff, but we are, between the beginning, midpoint. So go ahead, Pete.
Yes, let's just say it's definitely at the midpoint of the game, because I mean, if you could see my screen, I'm in the third section. So I've done the first two areas that you've done, but I'm just a little bit further on than you are. Probably no more than about half an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour at most. So, yeah, if people stop listening, then yeah, cool. We can proceed with some minor spoiler here.
Okay.
So you are told after the second area, which sod the life of me if I can remember what it's actually called. But it's the big electricity area, let's just say. You are told that you can go in any particular order to find the next 3 keys.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, well, I'm down in the bottom left corner of the map. I'm going to go to the bottom right corner rather than going all the way to the top and then back down again.
Yeah.
So that is that's the volcano area, or the lava level. I go there and I can't go any further. I managed to pick up something, luckily, which you then have to go and talk to your old friend Miles, who everyone's such a big fan of Miles.
Oh, Miles McLaughlin Mackenzie.
Oh yeah, him. So you have to go back and take a chip to him to enable a certain power up, which I'm not going to show it on my screen, but you probably will know what it is. So I'm like, well, okay, so I've got this available to me, so I'm going to go back to that level. However, when you leave that level, something happens that means that you can't actually proceed any further. And it's like, you go in there, and then it's like, you can't get any further, so then you come back out, and then Miles rings you up on the comms and goes, maybe you should explore other areas. It's like, so it's now put me towards the ice area because I've got an element that means it's, strong against ice. Work that one out. It's like, okay, so it's pointed you in the direction of going to the ice area next, despite the fact it says go and explore however much you like of this open world. No, it's still pretty much forced you down a very linear path.
Ah, not good.
Yeah, really annoying, actually. I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to going to where I want to just go and do this, but no, not allowed. You have to play how we want you to play.
And I'm guessing that what you just did was possibly a power up.
Sorry?
And I'm guessing that what you just did then is possibly one of the upgraded power-ups.
Yeah, so it's what you can currently see on screen if you're still watching.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, so it's sort of a bit annoying, but hey, what the hell am I supposed to do here? Anyway, it's fine. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But whatever. So, I mean, yeah, in terms of gripes, yeah, it is a bit like, well, yeah, don't say that we can do that and then just tell us, no, you can't do that. That's not I'm kind of not cool with that.
No, not really.
You might as well just tell me, yeah, okay, we're going down a linear path. Go here next. Fine. Don't give me the impression I'm free and able to go and explore this world when I actually can't.
No, I mean, I can see a little bit of the ice area where you are now, and obviously, that is You've got these like crystal things. So I'm guessing you got to move one of the crystals from there, perhaps.
I think so, yeah. But I don't know how I do it. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Because I've now got a new power up as well, and it's enabling me to do some things, but not everything.
No.
Which is a little bit strange.
Oh, can you go through there?
I think I have already been through here.
Oh yeah, because it's below. I see.
Yeah, I did have to go through here already, I believe.
Right.
So, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, one of the
have
good
some
things
issues
is,
with this game.
depending on where you are, it's like if you get stuck in a particular area, sometimes it comes up saying, like, gives you a subtle hint of what you got to do. So, like, I was stuck in one area in the forge, and it's like, okay, know I'm supposed to do something here, and I need to put a bomb into like the panel. It's like, well, how do I do that? Because it was like something you did once. Oh, there you are. You've got it now. So
yeah, it didn't allow me to scan it before, but now it allowed me to scan it. It's like, okay, cool, yeah, brilliant.
Yay! And then just put it together, so it makes one whole piece, something like that. There you go.
Yep.
TK code fragment collected. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice. So yeah, so it'll come up and saying, oh, if you plant a bomb, hold A, and then go into the psychic visor, then you can pick it up and then use it. It's like, oh yeah, that's how you do it. Because sometimes you do something, it's like a one and done kind of thing. Then you go off, and then it's like, oh, okay, got this puzzle again. How am I supposed to do it?
Yeah, agreed.
Ah.
It was a little bit strange, yeah. There's some things that you just don't tend to use at all, and then, like, you use it once, and then it tells you, like, 2 hours later, it's like, yeah, you can use this again. Oh, yeah, okay, cool, sweet. Yeah, it's... I think the design of the game is very slow, if I'm honest. It's very methodical.
Yes.
In some respects, it's not a bad thing, like, because the atmosphere is pretty much there. And it feels exactly like a Metroid game should feel like.
Yeah.
But in terms of, you have support characters, which is something that I know is not very synonymous with a Metroid game at all.
No, because it's always been about being very, very, isolated. You are alone on this planet. And it's like all of a sudden we've got, well, Miles, who is one of the first companions that you find, that, the very, very... very much endeared by the fans.
Yeah, he's not... Some people really like him, and I'm not quite sure why.
Some people really like him, and then you've got other people that really, really hate him. They can't stand him whatsoever. And I am just, well,
I'm
he's
an
a
idiot.
It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe I just didn't figure out what the hell I was doing there. That was really, really stupid.
You can tell
there
I'm
we
getting
go.
old. I've just put down a hard manual save, and then I can't remember whether I did put down a hard manual save, so I've gone and done it again.
Oh, Christ. Don't. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's one of my biggest problems with this game, is the save system is such an archaic piece of crap.
Yeah. I mean, there are checkpoints that you can reach in like an auto-save, but then you still got to save as well anyway, because,
Yeah, so you know the second area?
Yes.
You first get in there and you're like, right, there's a save point there before you start scaling down.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, I'm going to save here. I managed to go all the way down there, figure out what I was doing, and got all the way back up, basically, unlocked the suit, and got Viola. I was like, cool, awesome. I then moved on to the next area, thinking, oh yeah, I'll be fine. Like, didn't think about it. I was like, yeah, we'll have a checkpoint system, won't it? It'll be fine. Ended up getting beaten by a boss. I was like, oh, it's pushed me back to the last save point, which was literally an hour back. So I played this game more time than you have.
Yeah.
And a little bit more, because I've had to go back an hour of progress. I was
That's not on. That's not on. I mean,
I was sat in the front room and I was playing it. The missus was watching at the time as well.
I'm good, I swear.
I went, oh my god, what a piece of crap! And I literally I shut the game down and I went, I'm not doing that again. And then had to come back to it the next day because I rage quit. I actually rage quit the game.
I mean, there was one point I was at and I got stuck in a room with enemies, and because they were quite quick, and I'd forgotten how to do the dodge, which basically you have to lock onto the enemy, and then you press B twice in succession to do a dodge. Okay, that would have been helpful to have remembered. And I got killed, and it's like, okay, now you have to go back to the manual
you're facing a boss.
Yeah, it's
so dumb.
Yeah. But you have to go to a physical area to save. This is the silly part. You have to go back to an actual, place where you were before to save in an actual physical space.
Yeah. I get that it's worked. It's been working previously to Metroid games and how it's always been. But it's 2025. Seriously, autosave is your friend. You can do it now.
Autosave is your friend, and also, pressing the start or the minus button or whatever, and then putting down a hard save there. These things exist.
Yeah, you can do that, and it's also the fact that your system is a hybrid system, where you're going to expect that people are going to play this in small increments on a train journey. It's like, okay, or a bus journey or whatever. So okay, so we need to have a system in place that means that people can save it, because if you keep your console on standby the entire day, you're going to lose your progress. It's stupid. So stupid. Yeah, I'm not salty about this in any way.
No, it doesn't sound like it. Okay, this is a weird thing. It says, right, scrap liquid containers. The cause of warping and cracks is indeterminate. Its structural integrity is compromised. It could be destroyed by a diffused oscillation blast wave of psychic energy. Right, okay, so something that spins, right? And I can't use Viola right now. And I've just fired off this weapon, which... that, to me, looks like it's oscillating because it's moving and nothing.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah. So it means I've got to come back here again. Okay, lovely.
Yay.
I mean, that is kind of like one of my gripes with these games. I mean, in one part, yeah, I get it. It's the whole point. Oh, a shot expansion up there. That of, going backwards and forwards and then finding something and then, go back on yourself so you can progress further. And it helps, go back and find new areas of the game. But...
like I said, I do get it.
Yeah.
I do sort of understand, but it is quite painful in this day and age to do it like that.
Yes. Oh, yes. Especially seeing as we've come so far ahead now.
Sorry?
Seeing as we've come so far ahead now with, video games.
Yeah. It's just, it is a little bit like, okay, what was you thinking with this one? I'm not quite, I really don't know.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I would find is that I don't mind the game. I'm not going to say I'm a massive fan of it because, well, I can't.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a little bit... I'm finding myself sort of going, okay, I'm playing it, but why am I playing it at times? I don't mind it, but it's not like blowing me away. It's not going to make a game of the year list for me or anything like that.
No.
But then again, the Metroid series has never been that for me. But I'm kind of enjoying what I'm playing, but not absolutely loving it. There's just something about it that's just like, I'm a little bit bored.
Yeah. Do you know what I think? Another thing is we've been experiencing this with a good number of Nintendo games for the Switch 2. Like Mario Kart World came out, and it's like, this is supposed to be the next big game, and it was fun. I enjoyed playing it, and then it's like after about a month or so later, I think the only time I've picked it up since was probably this weekend because I had friends round, but I haven't played it since.
Yeah.
It initially came out, sort of thing. It just didn't have that staying power like Mario Kart 8 did. It was like, do you want to play Mario Kart 8? Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, exactly.
It just doesn't quite have that staying power, unfortunately. And then Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, and another good game. I did quite enjoy it. There were moments in it that, I'm not going to do 100% completion on it or anything. I just do not have the time. I as an adult, as a 30-something gamer, pushing 40, I just don't have that kind of time.
That's a worrying thought for both of us.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm getting attacked now. What the hell is that? Something big and nasty.
Nice.
It shoots first and then asks questions later. Okay. Sounds like my kind of thing. Right.
Yeah.
So we'll find it out. Okay, that's green energy crystals. But yeah, and then what else? What else has come out?
That's
Hyrule
basically
Warriors.
it.
Hyrule Warriors I thoroughly
yeah.
enjoyed. That's one I do enjoy. But out of everything's come out, Pokemon Legends ZA, I beat that, got all the Pokemon that I needed to, and it's like, okay, well, am I gonna bother shiny hunting and doing all the tasks and all that? Especially when it's something so convoluted. Like if you want to get the Master Ball, you have to do all the research tasks. And one of them is you have to have 1,000 battles. It's like, oh.
No, I'm quite all right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll catch Mewtwo in a heavy ball. It's fine.
Yeah, Pokemon. But I looked at that game and I went, yeah, no, I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, thanks, but no thanks. Right,
Well,
okay.
I wasn't sold on the Legends series anyway because I didn't rave about Arceus. I thought the performance of the game was absolutely god awful.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite a dull game anyway, but people seem to love it. And I looked at it and went, yeah, no, I'm not sure I want to go through that again. And then saw the whole Switch 1, Switch 2 thing and looked at it and went, I'm not paying the extra money for 60 frames a second at all, thank you.
No, it should be a given. To be fair, it should really be a given. We are in 2025, people. Come on. And
Yep.
it is the same again. I don't know whether it's just because of Game Freak or whether it's Pokemon Company telling them to, oh no, you can only do this. I don't know.
I have no idea, but whatever way, I think their practices are just wrong and I won't support them anymore. So
No.
when this game came out and it was 4K 60 in performance mode, or not performance mode, in quality mode, and then 1080 120, I was like, okay, finally something that's worthwhile spending a little bit of time with, and going, okay, I will support that. That's great. Like, that's good development.
Yeah.
It's just kind of unfortunate. It's not really worked out in the way that I wanted it to. That it's not really a game that's gelling with me as much as I hoped it would.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. It really is. And I played Metroid Prime Remastered. I did very, very much like that game, and they did such a good job with the remaster. I have seen I've never played the original before, but I have seen gameplay of that, and how they've really, really made it pop, and it's got me really, really interested in playing Metroid Prime 4, and then playing Metroid Prime 4, and I am enjoying it, and it's still out of all of Nintendo's offerings this year for 2025, it's okay, yeah, this could be a potential Game of the Year contender out of Nintendo's lots. But there have been so many great games that are much more deserving of the title this year. And I know I've got a devil's job trying to defend this game, especially to you, who's also played it, and you're going to have some very, very valid counter arguments for it.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, like I mean, it's not like I'm gonna hate on the game completely, because I think there's some merits there. There's clearly something about the game that's gelling with people. It's just it's not gelling for me.
No.
So I'm clearly in the minority here because well, unless of course you're a contrarian. Like, there are some people out there who have pretty much gone, oh well, Miles sucks in this, so therefore the game sucks already. And I'm like, I'm not about that. I've actually given the game a fair shot at nearly 5 hours and gone, maybe not, maybe not. But yeah, I mean, like, we're in a Discord group with a bunch of people who have clearly enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
A lot of them have really enjoyed the game, but like, I just can't really say that it's for me, and that's fine. Not every game has to be for everyone.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Everyone is entitled to, have their opinion and have their thoughts on games. I mean, there are some games that, I quite like, and there are other games that, I can't get on board with, or, I've tried and they're just not really for me. I mean, I can pick and choose RPGs, for example.
Yeah.
Games like Xenoblade, I've got a lot of time for. Yeah, I'll jump into it and I can play that from beginning to end, not a problem. And then it's like another game will come along like Shin Megami Tensei or something. Never played the series. Persona 5, I did try playing that, but a lot of people, are hyping that up. Could not find the time to play that. Even though I did play a similar game called Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which I then quite liked. So I just kind of like differ between them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Even when they are of the same genre as well. So like racing games. Mario Kart World I will more likely pick up and play than I would Sonic Racing Crossroads.
Yeah. Really like the demo for that, by the way. I probably should play the main game.
It is good. It is good, but the thing is if you play, I mean, it's enough to be its own thing, but it's like if you've played Mario Kart World, the controls are essentially the same, so you know exactly what you're getting, and even the power-ups to it. It's like, well, this one's definitely based on the green shell, and this one's definitely based on the blue shell, and stuff like that. Or this is a boost item, and of course I'm always going to be making comparisons to it, to like Mario games, because that's what I have played and that's what it reminds me of. And it's like, well, if I'm going to play a game that's like 99% the formula of Mario Kart, I may as well just play Mario Kart.
Yeah, I get that. It very much is like, that's what the Sonic racing games have always been about, is they are geared to those people who are not a fan of Mario Kart but want to play a kart racer, which is fine.
It is fine. It is absolutely fine. There are going to be people that are, bigger Sonic fans than they are Mario fans, or there's also like Nickelodeon racing and stuff like that, who is obviously going to appeal more to Nickelodeon fans. So everyone's allowed to have their opinion and have games that they like and enjoy. And I think I've found myself in a desert area, and I have no idea why I'm here.
Great stuff.
Is, but I don't think this is the place I want to go to. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think I'm hitting a brick wall here. I really have no idea where I'm going.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same, to be fair. What will I do here? Oh, this is going to shoot me into the sky. It's just stuck me into like a suppository thing into this cannon, and now I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, that happens quite frequently.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna take me where I need to go. I think.
You hope so, yeah.
I hope so. I see a tree, so I'm hoping it's gonna take me to Fury Green. I've picked up an upgrade which I've got to take to Miles anyway. So, like you were saying earlier, but I don't know if it's the same one. So we'll see.
Probably. Did you go to the fire area?
I went to the fire area, then I couldn't go very far, so I had to come back, and then I was attacked by this marauder thing that was in the desert. killed it, and then
Yeah,
it says, "Oh,
that's
you've picked up a thing." So it's like, okay then.
yeah, that's the chip I was talking about that you need.
Okay then. So what do we think on Samus's new suit then? This red and black thing that she's got.
I really like it.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's a very, very nice suit. So when I got it the first time, before I had to go back and do all that area again, I was like, "Oh, this is quite nice. I really like this." And then I had to see that whole cutscene again. And I was like, "Oh, it's not as impactful anymore."
Yeah.
Still nice though.
It's pretty cool.
So,
it's pretty cool.
So what did you? So do you like it as well then?
I do. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, and I do like seeing. You know, it would have been nice to see more outfits in the game, if that makes sense, because obviously we have, well, you know, at least the color palettes, because Samus has had a lot over the years, and because now, as you can see on the screen in front of me, I have the 3 amiibo for Metroid Prime 4, and each one does an unlock for like the final cutscene, a fully extended version, the music player for the thing, and then like the cosmetics for the Viola. And it's like, okay, that's great, but what about outfits for Samus herself? I mean, I know obviously, you know, it's been a first person game and you don't see much of her unless you're like transforming in between on cutscenes, or even if you're riding Viola. But it's like, when you are, they could have had like, so you can still unlock the normal outfit, or maybe a Silas themed outfit for her, or like Metroid Fusion and, you know, the other games that she's been in.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would have been nice if they had had a full range of different like outfits there.
Yeah. And then the other amiibo, they don't even unlock anything, so it's just these 3, and it's like, that is so weird, because like Tears of the Kingdom works with every single Metroid amiibo. Every single Zelda amiibo rather, and they have some kind of unlock, so it'll be a weapon or chest items or like meat and, you know, materials and things like that. Whereas the other Metroid amiibo in this game, all it does is like a sound effect. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Oh, brilliant. So there was 3 amiibos for this one, wasn't it? It was Viola, Silex, and Samus.
Yeah.
Okay. So they've released one amiibo that basically just does nothing.
Pretty much.
That feels a bit grim to me.
Pretty much, yes. Well, it's like the older amiibo. So the older amiibo, the old Metroid amiibo, so the actual like jellyfish Metroid, the Metroid Dread amiibo and stuff like that. If you were to scan them, it just makes a noise like respective to the Metroid series. It's like, okay, weird.
I mean, cool, great,
but
fantastic. Yeah, really like that. Not really.
Not really. Irony.
Can't win them all, I guess.
No, unfortunately not. I mean, obviously, you know, Retro have, you know, only worked up the, like, so much of what they want to do with the game, and had to, you know, make a game, and it's like, okay, we'll have these features, but these will be locked behind people who get these amiibo. But the thing is if, you know, you have to unlock them with the amiibo, then there should really be a way in game to unlock them anyway. I mean, yeah, the cutscene, for example, you have to 100% scan everything. But the music player for Viola? Music player? I mean, unless you get that for just beating the game. But then if you've beaten the game, taking a bit long, isn't it? Are you really going to go back just to listen to, oh yeah, now I can play music on the bike now? And it's like, well, I didn't really like the desert area in the first place, so why am I going to go back there again?
Yeah, I agree. I'm probably not going to want to spend that kind of money to do it, and I'm not going to spend my time to do a 100% playthrough just to get that, to go back into a world that, an area of the world that I haven't enjoyed anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't necessarily think this is a Retro Studios decision. I think this is very much a Nintendo decision.
Yep.
And it's very much one of those things of, oh, we're getting to a point where Nintendo have stopped I think they stopped really caring about what the consumer base really thinks about them anymore, and they're just like, well, money. Let's just take the money. Right, and we do have to remember they're not our friends. They never have been. They never will be.
They are a company.
They are a company.
Foremost.
But,
yep.
But they don't, you know, there used to be a time when they gave off the allure that they cared about their consumer base a lot more. That was back when Iwata was involved.
Yeah.
It's gone downhill since then, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, they are a company first and foremost. You know, they are going to be thinking about the bottom dollar. You know, they have a company to run, and the way that they've been so successful at the moment is, you know, thanks to the way that they have run the company. Unfortunately, they did a similar sort of thing with what the Wii came out, and it's like, you know, we're untouchable with this, you know, we're on top of the flipping world. And the Wii U came out, and that was a commercial failure, and then they sort of like humbled themselves. And now, because the Switch was so successful, it's like, oh, we're back on top of the world again. And it's like, well, it's pride before a fall, isn't it? It's coming. It's going to come again.
Well, you think so, but I'm not quite sure about this one, unfortunately. I would like to think that is the case, but people keep buying the Switch and Switch 2. Me and you, obviously, very much guilty of that.
Very much so.
You know, despite the fact that the first year hasn't necessarily brought any real proper banging games apart from ports. You know, and anything that's really resonated in a major way apart from probably one game with everyone. And that's it. But yet, they're still going to walk around and go, well, actually, here's a £70 game.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the £25 amiibo that you need to spend the money on, and here's all the extra things you're going to do. Oh yeah, here's Pokemon for £60 on the Switch. Oh, and if you want the upgrade, it's an extra tenner for an extra 30 FPS and no change in visual quality. Oh, and by the way, we're releasing DLC that's revealed before the game's even launched. You know, have fun, guys.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that really, really gets me with like Pokemon. It's like, I mean, that is it. That is the, you know, classic example with Pokemon Legends EA. And it's like, oh yeah, it's getting DLC and it's going to be coming out in January, and you've got to pay like another $30 on top of it. And then, oh well, we're actually going to start releasing it in December now, because obviously a lot of people have beaten the game already, and they're not going to hang around until then. And I don't think they sold as many copies of the DLC as they were expecting to, which is probably why they've been so heavy in, you know, the DLC and the trailers for it, and bringing it out in December instead. I don't know. And then somebody said, no, it's always going to come out in December, and it's like, well, no, I'm pretty sure they said January, but anyway.
Yeah, I think they moved it up.
But we'll see.
We shall. But yeah, we've sort of verged a little bit off topic, but I think it's necessary to sort of mention.
I think so, yes, because it's Metroid. If you think about it, this is the last game from Nintendo Switch, or the last first-party game coming to Switch 2, and possibly even, well, Switch is kind of on its last legs, really. So I doubt we're really going to see many more games releasing for the Switch and the Switch 2 going forward into 2026. Maybe one or two. So I think there's like the Tamagotchi Life, I think.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a few other games, but I think they are veering more and more and more into like Switch 2 only kind of titles, because obviously they want to sell the consoles as well. When if people are still buying games for the Switch, well then they're not going to make the move to Switch 2, because it's like, well, what's the point? If I can play Metroid Prime 4 on my Switch and I can play Pokemon Legends on my Switch, why am I going to pick up a Switch 2 just to play, well, slightly better versions of the games? I mean, Metroid Prime 4, for example, a friend of mine has already said it looks very, very good on the Switch, and how they managed to get it to run on the Switch alone is, you know, very, very commendable. But it's, again, it's like, okay, but if you want to play the game that's supposed to be its highest, best quality or whatever, you're going to need to get the new system. I mean, I want to say this game is a system seller, but it's not. It's not. It's not.
No, the thing is that Metroid has never really been a major system seller. I mean, you look at Metroid Dread, like one of the better games in the series, apart from like the classics with Super Metroid. Still only sold over 3 million copies.
Yeah.
And they stopped reporting the actual sales numbers before it hit 3 million. So it's never been a system seller, Metroid. It's more of an enthusiast game.
Yes.
Like, it's got a cult following. So if they're thinking that this is going to go and sell gangbusters, I think they were solely mistaken. And for the fact that it's taken 8 years of active development, I don't necessarily think that they're going to get the major returns that they were hoping for on this game. I could be wrong in that, but I just don't see it selling like 4, 5, 6 million copies in the first few weeks.
No.
Like a Pokemon will do.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think, I mean, even though that it has been a staple for it's about 30 years now, hasn't it? Seriously, I think. It did come out on for the Nintendo, so we are talking at least 30 years, because if Mario's pushing, well, no, Mario has broken 40, so Mario's broken 40, this was probably, what, about 38 or so, and yet still it doesn't seem to be able to do enough to sell units.
Yeah. So, I don't know really, but I could, like I said, I could be completely wrong. Could be that they end up selling more than I thought they ever would do, and they'll be quite happy with it. But I mean, this game looks like they probably spent a pretty penny on the development costs. That, you know, is it really going to justify the cost? Maybe not, especially after restarting development too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know that Nintendo have been doing this new thing with the Nintendo Switch 2, where, you know, they have hiked the prices up immensely for the game. So, like, Mario Kart World for Nintendo Switch 2 was like close to £80 or €90, $90. So you think, oof, that's a lot of money for the game. Oh yeah, but there's so much content for it, and you know the prices are now gonna, you know, vary between games. And then like Donkey Kong was probably closer to £70. It's about €80, and then this one, for example, is 70. So I think it's probably around about 60 quid. So it's about €70, 60 quid. So this one is a lot cheaper in comparison to other games, and if you buy it for the Switch, well, it's only like £50, I think, or something like that. So it's like the difference in price of like £10, €10 and whatnot. So it is one of the cheaper games on the system, but it's probably one of the better looking games. I will be honest.
I can't fault the visual design of the game. Like, it's brilliant in that respect.
And gameplay, well, gameplay is one of those you're gonna, you know, you either really, you know, love it or, you know, can't get on board with it or whatnot. I mean, it's not your fast-paced shooter. It never was. Metroid Prime was never your fast-paced shooter. Even when it's like in intense moments, you kind of have like a time to think. I mean, if you want, you know, fast-paced, futuristic, and you know all that, well, then you play a Doom game, or you play Halo, or you play Call of Duty for, you know, that kind of like fast, intense kind of stuff. Whereas this is, you know, like you get swarmed by about 5 or 6 enemies at once, and then you take them out by, you know, pot shots and whatnot, basically. But you never really run out of ammo. Ammo is always a, you know, a good thing. I mean, missiles is another. You can run out of missiles and shot, but then if you kill enough enemies, it respawns anyway. So you don't have that panic like when you are playing like a fast-paced like shooter game, and it's like, oh well, I've just run out of bullets for that. Now I've got to go down to the pistol. I've got no choice. So, yeah. So, any final thoughts before we draw this out to a close?
No, honestly, I think we've covered it in quite a lot of detail, to be honest. Like, whilst our thoughts have probably been a little bit scattergun all over the place,
Well, yeah.
I think we've all summed it up relatively, decently. It's a good game. Like, to some people, it's a great game. For me, it's an okay game. It's got a great amount of atmosphere. It's, visually striking. The music is okay, but not fantastic, which is something we didn't really touch on. The sound design is excellent. There are elements about this game that should be great, but just all of it as a package is just not gelling with me. And when you take out the horrific omissions of music locked behind paywalls, I just don't think it's a practice that I can get on board with Nintendo keep doing. So it's, that's by the by when it comes to the game itself, because I don't think Retro made that decision.
No.
But if you're a Metroid fan, I shouldn't see any reason why you shouldn't really like this game. It was always going to be a tough draw for me as not a massive Metroid fan, but I'm still thankful that I've played the game, because at least I can have an opinion on it when it comes, if it gets nominated for Game of the Year. But I just don't see myself. I see myself playing it and possibly completing it, and then going, "Well, I'm glad I played that. Probably won't ever touch it again." Exactly the same as Donkey Kong. It was like, okay, not the greatest game for me. I had some fun with it, but it overstayed its welcome. Yeah. And this is probably done the same.
And that is a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. It is a game that I'd really, really wanted to, come back to again and again. But then, saying that, I've played through Metroid Prime Remastered. Played that all the way through. I've played it a couple of times since, and then just kind of stopped playing. It's like, well, Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out now. I'll, spend my time playing that instead. And then playing it now, and it's like, yeah, this is fun, and I do like the the power up. So using telekinesis and taking control of your bombs and then throwing them kind of thing. But then problem with that is that then you have to go into the ball mode or the sphere mode to drop one, and then go back to then pick it up and then throw it, and it's like, well, that's a few steps too much, especially if you're in the middle of combat or whatever and you want to try and do that. It's I do like the puzzles to it though. I mean, the puzzles are relatively interesting when you get them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the environmental puzzle design has always been something that was strong with the Metroid series as a whole, especially the Metroid Prime series. Like, it's really well designed in that respect.
And the music, well, the music is... I think the music
hit and
is
miss.
Typical. It is hit and miss. Now, the reason why I'd say that is because there are a number of tunes in this game that I've already heard in other games. So it's not like they've got new music for the areas with what do they call it? Samples from other games. So it's like, okay, so because it's like a jungle theme, it's taking this music from that jungle from the other game, but it's doing its own thing. No, it is that song. That is what you've got. It's like, okay, you could have been a bit more creative with that. Seeing as we're on a whole other planet.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have some different variations on the music rather than just tried and true remixes of classic tunes.
Yeah. I mean, a small, benefit is that, they have their own unique enemies and stuff like that to find and kill and all that. And the bosses are all unique as well. They're not like, okay, well, here's Kraid for the 7th time, or, Ridley for the 8th. And then, oh, you've defeated Ridley. Well, guess what? Here's Meta Ridley now. And apparently it has its own, unique bosses. With the exception of, obviously, Silex.
Who is not exactly a great villain for me.
We know literally nothing about him or his motives or why. And I suppose a die-hard Metroid fan will probably know. Oh, he's a space pirate, he did this, he was in Federation Force or whatever. It's like, okay, fine. but why are they currently, you know, trying to destroy this research base? What are the real reasons behind it? I don't know. I will say
I'm
one
not
thing
sure.
though, that opening area, the tutorial area in the beginning, I
Yep.
did get some kind of like Doom Eternal vibes from it. Not so
Yeah, I did
much.
as well.
Yeah, not so much like the enemies and whatnot, but it's like, okay, you know, in Doom Eternal, there's an area where you go in, there's like a giant mech fighting a demon, and then it's like in this game, you are in a giant. There is a giant mech that's fighting something. It's like, well, that seems a bit like a parallel to, you know, what was going on in Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I agree. And it's that tutorial area is the level that I actually played at the experience. So playing through that again, it was like, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. I can basically rush through this. It was fine. I really enjoyed that when I played it, but I just this time around I was like, it's still fun. There's still nothing wrong with it, and it's a great introduction into the game as well.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Well, hopefully, for anybody who's sitting on the fence about this game, maybe Nintendo will release a demo or whatever, and hopefully you'll be able to play it before then, and, you know, make up your own thoughts and opinions of the game.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
just
some of
remember
what
this
you've
is our
seen in this
yeah.
gameplay and in this video, maybe, you know, there's something there to entice you as well. Obviously, what I've shown on my end, if you play through the beginning of the game from the beginning, you are going to get a lot more, like, a bit more action to it to see, you know, what there is to this game. Unfortunately, because I got stuck in an area where it's just like having to go backwards and forwards at the moment between areas, it's not very fun to look at, unfortunately, and I get that.
No, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But you got to take the good with the bad, I'm afraid, or, you know, the
You
bad with the
do.
good.
The rough with the smooth.
Oh, yes. So, Pete, thank you ever so much for joining me for this episode of our Gaming Chat podcast. But before we go, can you please tell our lovely listeners and watchers where they can find you? The floor is yours.
You can find me on the Rapid Reviews Radio podcast, which is usually every Sunday night around about 7 to 7:30 p.m. We usually stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews, and the episode goes out a day later on the podcast players, as well as YouTube. Just search Rapid Reviews Radio or Rapid Reviews UK on YouTube.
Excellent. Well, until next time, everyone, keep on gaming.